Doing? Oh man. Now the Black Ghost Dodge Challenger was sold for over $500,000 at a Mecum uh, car auction. I've seen the story behind the car and everything else, and there was some question of the story of the car. That the driver and his buddy went out and they street raced and they'll beat the car and then you can just haul off and leave and the friend former owner said that they beat Vets, they beat Camaros, they beat everybody. Now don't get me wrong, the car looked really cool. It had the alligator hide on the roof, which is not bad. I think that's like really badass thing. Checking off everything, just you know. It had a Hemi, 426 Hemi, which put out 425, right? 425. Okay. The Hemi put out 425. The 440 put out 375. The 383 put out 375. The 440, whether it was a Magnum 440 or the 440 with the six pack, made over 375, almost up 380 and whatnot. But in NASCAR, the Hemi was tuned for NASCAR racing. The Dodge Charger, Daytona used it. The Superbird used it. The Superbird was the first of one of the two to hit 200 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour. But the story of the Black Ghost Challenger. Love the story, but I do agree questioning on it's because Vets had the 454, 427, had the ZL1. Um, the Corvette can blow away anything, not everything, but anything. The word anything, not everything. um, um, but the CUDA used the Hemi, the Satellite used the Hemi, so did the Roadrunner, so did the GTX, so did the Fury. But later on, the Challenger, the CUDA, the Satellite, the Roadrunner. I don't think the Roadrunner used it. The Demon, the Duster, the GTX, the Dart used the 340 later on, and the 340 was just as good as the 440. The 340. If it had the six pack, that would have been a damn good engine. But later on, they started using the 360 on the Duster and the Demon. But other cars like the Camaro and the Chevelle had the 427. The Chevelle, the LS6 had a 454 under the hood, was making 450, which is like the most powerful muscle car of its time. And plus, you had the Buick GS 455 Stage 1. Now, If the Black Ghost Challenger faced a Buick GS 455 Stage 1, it would probably pretty much lose. Because the torque of the GS 455 Stage 1 was around 570 around 570. And the torque of the Hemi was lower than the Buick GS 455 Stage 1. And it'll probably blow away that Challenger. You know. And now remember, stock car racing was the big thing, you know. And you didn't add a supercharger or a turbocharger. It was straight up a stock engine, tuned a little bit, and you got a good 600 horsepower out of that engine. And at the time, you didn't hear these cars. You never heard or seen these cars going the 9s or the 10s. Some did, but none of them did the 9s or the 8s. They were in the 12s, 11s, and the 10s. And they were stock. 0 to 60, the best was about 6 seconds. 0 to 60. And now the Black Ghost Challenger, it had a Hemi. It had what was it, a 4-speed standard or a 3-speed auto. The compression was about four something, about 450, 460 in torque. But it was good. I mean, shit. The Hemi now, the 392, shit. A regular Challenger Hellcat or a Scat Pack or a Demon, it would definitely blow away the original Black Ghost Challenger. You know. Because most of the Hemis that's in the that are the 392s, it would most definitely blow away the Black Ghost Challenger if you took it to that time period. It would definitely blow away the Black Ghost Challenger because the limitation of the Challenger, okay, as the CUDA, as the Roadrunner, the GTX, the Satellite, the Fury, you name it, the Dart. These were cars you took to the track, the drag strip, and now Sox and Martin, they drove a Hemi CUDA, Hemi Challenger. They drove a '68 Hemi CUDA. They had a Dart. They used a Hemi. But these were stock cars. These are cars from Chrysler. You know, they even raced a Plymouth Duster. You know, at the time. You know, and it was a pretty damn good car though. You know. But I kind of find the story that the Black Ghost Challenger beat everybody. I don't buy that. But if you want to say that, it's fine. I'm cool with that. But you got to understand the L88s, the LT1s, you know, the other Vets, Camaros, and stuff like that. These were cars built. I mean, just like, dude, that's like that's like moonshiners racing their 44 coupes and their Chevys, their Dodges, their Pontiacs. to see who's faster at the time. I mean, didn't have. You had a turbocharger and a supercharger because somebody stole a Cadillac motor, put it in the 40 Ford F 40 Ford coupes and shit. And you got about 200 horsepower and stuff, and but we're talking about 1970 Dodge Challenger, the Black Ghost. The car is beautiful looking. The way it looks, it is. I mean, like, dude, man. Um, when I put the alligator thing on the roof top of the car, I don't know. I don't know how much it cost at the time, but it sold. It sold for over $500,000 at the Mecum car auction. I think if I ever own a black car, it'll have to be a '71 Ford Mustang Mach 1. That car from '71 to '73 was the baddest looking body style. I mean, you had the Ford Mustang Mach 1 with the Boss 429 under the hood, which was like 375, 380. Um, you had the Ford Mustang Boss 351 with the 351 Windsor, was also made 375. I'll say more 365. And at the time, if I ever owned one, at the time, I would have thrown in a 428 Cobra Jet R, which was like a there's a Mustang that was sold at Barrett Jackson a few years ago, like years ago, and it was a stock '68 Mustang Fastback with a 428 Cobra Jet R, and it made 556 horsepower. It was a stock car, and it was faster than the Shelbys, the Bosses, all that shit. Um, if you take that engine in a '71 Mach 1 or a Boss 351, I'll be like, and install a drag pack in that car. Holy shit, Lizzie! I'm gonna go get her, go find her. What you doing, you little shit? Who you barking at, dude? Holy crap! You need to stop barking because nobody's here. Nobody's here. You goofy dog. But look at the car from '65 to '70. Okay. Look at the engines. Look at the horsepower, torque, and compression. And you look at the compression and the torque. Those are the factors there. Horsepower ain't really shit at the time. It was the torque and compression. Because now the Hemi, the Boss engines and shit like that, the GS 455 stage ones. Holy crap, man! Oh damn. But most of the cars were making under 400 horsepower. I mean, yeah, there's some cars that Ford brought out, but these were for the track. Now, Ford had the Galaxies, they had the Comets, they had the Marauders and shit like that. They had the Falcons and stuff, and the Mustangs at the time, coming out in the '64 and a half. But nobody bragged about beating everybody. it may be a good story, but the story's about bragging to me. It's about bragging, We beat Vance, dude. You couldn't beat everybody. Okay, your car has a Hemi, right? Stock, 425. Okay, can you beat a Buick GS 455 Stage One? No, because the torque, the engine had more torque than the fucking Hemi. 455 Stage One, making 375 by 385. The torque was over 570 foot-pound per torque. A Buick of that year could be a Hemi. The takeoff would blow away the Hemi. You know. Now, if it was a Stage 2, making over 500 horsepower, now the Chevelle, the Chevelle, the LS6 44, it would definitely blow away the Hemi. It would definitely blow away the Hemi. Now, if the driver of the Black Ghost Challenger faced a Chevelle with the LS6 454, good fucking luck. Good fucking, because the 454 was making 450 horsepower. Right? I'm like, dude, you have to look at logic, man. You have to really look at logic, man. The whole. I mean, look at the GTO, the 70 GTO, the 1970 Buick GS 455 Stage 1, and the Olds 442 with the 455 W31. Each car had the same engine, but the GS 455 Stage 1 had the higher torque ratio. I don't know what the GTO was. I don't know what the Olds 442 was. But the Buick Stage 1, the torque was higher than the Hemi. And a Buick can easily, by good margin, beat a Hemi vehicle. Dodge or Plymouth, Even if it had a 440, I mean the 440 was like 375. Hemi was 426, and like the Boss 429 was a good engine. 429, I mean that was a damn good engine, the Boss 429. Shit. You put in a Mustang, which they did, it was making 375. Between 365 375, But a NASCAR built Boss 429 Mustang engine in a Mustang, it would definitely beat that Black Ghost Challenger, But the Challenger was stock. It had a Hemi stock. But the LT1s, the LT1s and the L88 Corvettes, the ZR1 Corvettes, I'm sorry, it would straight out destroy that Black Ghost Challenger. Sorry, I'm not buying that. The car can be the vet. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna buy that. Because you guys understand, the LT1, the L88s, these were 454s, man. Same engine that's in the Chevelle. 454, making 450. In the vet, it was making 475. Like, dude, man. The guy was talking like it's unbeatable. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit, man. That's like when the Pontiac came out with the Turbo Firebird in '81. It was around '82 when they brought out the new Firebird bi-style. Aerodynamic. I mean, it was like, dude, this was the killer-looking Firebird. This was the same Firebird that was used for Knight Rider, okay? And it had a 305 a turbo 305, and it was lighter and faster than the Vet. Okay. Now the Grand National and the GNX, it was also faster than a Vet, but here's the thing. General Motors did not want these cars to be faster than the Vet. Why? The Vet's not the best car in the world, you know. It may be good on the track, maybe good on the drag strip, but you gotta understand, both cars were lighter and faster than the Vet. Lizzie. She barks too much. For a small dog, she has a big bark. So, guys, in the comment section, tell me your thoughts, all right? This is good old Grimlock X, the Wolf God here. And if you're new to this channel, please share this video, comment below, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.